We got not great Ace Attorney investigations. Ace Attorney investigations 2. The fan translation, because unlike Great Ace Attorney, they never localized this one officially. But it's okay. I am here. I am hoping, I'm hoping, but I've also been told that this game is better than the first. So, wait, why does it only show that on the... Okay, hold on. Give me just a second. I prepared this stuff. I ran tests. I made sure it looked right. Anyway, whatever. Who cares? We're in it. Whoop. We are starting a brand new. And also I have a cleared file, so that way if something similar happens to what happened with Investigations 1, not a big deal. Let's jump into it. Let's see how things go. I may have to switch the screens around. It depends on how it's oriented. There it is! We can see it! It's the emissary of peace from the east. The president's private plane is arriving at Gourd Lake. We got that recording on. Yep. Can you hear it? The cheers of the crowd! Welcome, Zangfa Republic! Welcome, Mr. President! Mr. President, this way, please. Your audience awaits. My dear friends, there was a reason for my visit. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that has long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed. This was possible thanks to your country's prosecutor's office. Oh fuck, it's the rotating JPEG gun. From the bottom of my heart, I convey unto my utmost gratitude. However, this scrolling is going really fucking fast. I declare, here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. Things went horribly wrong. Hurry! Contact the prosecutor's office! We need that man! Miles Edgeworth. If there's anyone who could solve this case, it's him! Yo, there he is. There he is, the man of the hour. Or hours. This stream's probably gonna be multiple hours, so man of the hours. Alright, here we are. I forget if this game needs a controller or if it's all touchscreen. Right now I only have it oriented for all touchscreen stuff. Word of this must have reached every corner of the world by now. An assassination attempt on the President of the Republic of Zangfa. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. I was asked to investigate this grave incident, but upon my arrival... Mr. Edgeworth! Hey, Gumshoe. We've been waiting for you, sir. This man is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct who assists me on all cases under my jurisdiction. That's my guy. What is the president's current condition? I'm still not sure, sir. The paramedics just entered his plane a few moments ago. I see. I hope it's nothing too serious. Very well, detective. Please show me around the crime scene. Roger that, sir. Hey, mister, just a minute. I'm begging ya. Hello? What's this? Manifesting Gumshoe at Ace Attorney 7. Dude, he better be. It's been too long. Mister, you're the prosecutor in charge around these parts, right? Can I ask you a little something real quick? I'm afraid I must refrain from commenting for now. Let's go, detective. Hey, wait! Mr. Prosecutor! Hold on, Mr. Edgeworth. Wait for me, sir. Now then, detective. Care to fill me in on the details? Basically, the whole thing happened here in Gourd Lake Park. Dude, this man... this man's suit leaves his body no room to breathe. That's fucking insane. There was a big welcoming event for the President of the Republic of Zangfa. the president of Zhangfa, Li Junhuang. As I recall, newspapers and news programs were making quite a deal over his visit. There we go, we got an article. First piece of evidence aside from the badge. It rained a bit, but it stopped just before his plane landed. He came out, good for him, and all of a sudden, in the middle of his speech, bang! A gunshot. At least I think it was. You think? Truth is, I just got here as well, so I don't know all the details, sir. So you were also called here on short notice? Yup. And today was supposed to be my day off. It's Labor Day, you know? And I was supposed to be at the High Prosecutor's office, preparing a case for trial. The Chief Prosecutor asked you personally, sir. The Chief Prosecutor? The Chief Prosecutor was taking part in the welcoming event. Apparently, the Chief called out right after the incident occurred. Call Prosecutor Edgeworth. He's the only one who could solve this case, he said. I see. So that's what happened. After the incident, we sealed off the park right away. Which means the assassin is still in the park. Assassin in this crowd? This could get dangerous, sir. If there is another incident, these civilians could get in harm's way. That is true. This is a race against time. Let's begin the investigation. First, investigate the crime scene and gather some information. Precisely. He's looking directly at us. Ooh, there's no mistaking it. The president was targeted with a gun. Let's go. We got the logic tab again. This is something I'll have to keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe, where was security at the time of the gunfire? The police were only in charge of guarding the park's perimeter. The president was being protected by his own personal bodyguards. It's those guys over there. It's those guys over there. Why don't you try talking to them, sir? Talk to someone. Press the Press the A button while standing near them. I gotta shuffle around some chords. Wait. All right, let's go. Woo! What do you want? You are the president's bodyguards, correct? What was the president's security detail like during the speech? The president had his two best men by his side. The rest were stationed near the stage area. We are professionals. We constantly kept our eyes on the crowd, scanning for any signs of suspicious activity. Oh, you know what another good thing about the cleared file is? I can fucking have the full text on the screen because I remember that not being a thing in Ace Attorney Investigations 1 until you fucking cleared the case and it was bleh. I see. In other words, security was flawless during the president's speech. Let's keep going. We should talk to other people and examine anything suspicious in order to collect the remaining pieces of information from the scene of the crime.
I see. So that's how you round up your info. So what do you do with all that info after it's squared away?
Someone in the crowd is making quite a ruckus, but I don't have time for that now.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! Tell me how, please!
By gathering some pieces of information, you try to find the connections between them. Detective!
Hey now, don't be such a stick in the mud. What's this about finding connections?
You connect the two pieces of information that share a link. I'm so glad that the important text in this game is orange instead of red. I don't have to do my stupid fucking bit. That's Mr. Edgeworth's specialty. It's called logic, pal. Press the L button to use logic and the X button to connect my thoughts. I should start by pressing the L button to use logic. Whip. Whip. There we go. Someone was able to fire a gun under flawless security, and they were able to avoid being spotted by professional bodyguards. This is no easy task. There had to be a certain amount of preparation beforehand. It's very likely that the president's assassination was a premeditated crime. Bing! I expected nothing less from Mr. Edgeworth. What brilliant logic, sir! Let's go. We're so back. We're so back for the last time until a new Ace Attorney game is confirmed, actually. Because we played the Great Ace games, we played... Well, okay. With both mine and Ollie's streams, we will have played all 6 Ace Attorney mainlines on stream. Leighton vs. Wright is done, and now this is the second Investigations game. Until Ace Attorney 7 is out, this is the last Ace Attorney series. Well, I mean, I could revisit with the Apollo trilogy, but I don't really see a purpose for that. Even if those Ace Attorney sequel trilogy streams are old, I don't know. I still think they're decent enough. Yes, well, when you follow the facts and find a connection, you will begin to see the truth. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray farther from the truth. But if I think carefully before piecing the leads together, the logic should flow. Alright, begin investigation.
Okay, let's start by examining everything we can.
To examine, yeah, per se, and if I want to consult with Gumshoe, press the Y button. We can also do a gay little run if we want. What's up? Have you found any traces of the assassin?
Nope, none at all, sir. No fingerprints or footprints of any kind. It's because everyone's touching everything and walking wherever they want.
Detective, don't you think that was a bit out of line? That was the wrong voice then, fuck.
I agree, sir. No, wait, no, I was doing the right voice, fuck. I'll report it and see that it shows up on his next salary assessment.
Hello. What is he taking pictures of?
The hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. It looks like he's reading the speech notes on the floor, sir. Guide the public speaking 3. Speak slowly and yell loudly with confidence, it says.
I would say do the OC ref, because, like, as I've been doing my, like, OC art recently, I've realized, hey, once you get into a groove with this, it's fun. So, and also, if you keep putting it off, you'll never get it done, so I mean. But that's just personal experience.
Guess I'll take another photo.
I have an objection to his behavior at work. Alright. Anything else from you? What's the president's condition? We cannot divulge that information to anyone of this country.
Hey, don't say that. We want to investigate this plane too, pal.
No one shall pass.
Oh, I don't think they trust the police here at all.
This could develop into an international incident. Time is of the essence. We have no choice but to find the assassin. This is...
Yeah, I was surprised too. No matter how you look at it, it's definitely...
the Steel Samurai. This motherfucker keeps showing up. The Steel Samurai, a warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo, a hero from a popular TV program. Popular with both children and adults, it has broad appeal.
Why would they use a Steel Samurai balloon at the welcoming event, sir?
Perhaps he was chosen as the hero to represent our country. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. We're so back. We're so back. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'll just keep it here, whatever.
Poor Steel Samurai balloon. It looks so miserable.
Indeed. What did you deserve such a fate?
According to witnesses, a gunshot was heard when the balloon popped.
Did a bullet from the gun hit the Steel Samurai balloon?
Maybe it was an assassination attempt on the Steel Samurai.
Desecrate the Steel Samurai like this. This is a serious crime. Detective, we must not let this reprehensible assassin get away with this.
Of course, sir.
Alright. Anything else to examine? We can look at the grass for these flowers. These flowers were delivered from a foreign country. I don't even know their names.
Yeah. My favorite flowers are roses and carnations. Because when I see roses, I think of weddings. When I see carnations, I think of birthday parties.
You're probably just thinking about all the cake you're allowed to eat.
But please don't be so blunt about it, sir.
Be nice. Come on, Edgeworth. What's this here? It's the flag of the Republic of Zengfa. Its symbol appears to be a phoenix motif. This is...
What is it, sir?
Haven't you noticed? There's an unusual spot on this flag. compared to the flag on the opposite side of the stage.
There's a speck of dirt on it. This flag is spotless, sir.
Yes, that is what the flag is supposed to look like. However, there is one spot on this flag that is out of place.
Where is it, sir? Please explain it so I can understand.
What a helpless man. I suppose I should point it out to him. Move the cursor to press the unusual spot on the flag and press the X button to present it. Is it this? There's an unusual hole in this flag.
Duh! You're right!
Judging from the burn marks around the hole, appears to be a bullet hole.
Bullet hole? And the bullet from the gun must have gone through the flag.
Seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Okay, that's my cue. I mean, it could be either of these, right? Because then it would have ended up hitting these. Never mind. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. Same bullet? Perhaps? There we go. As a result of the gunshots, there is a bullet hole in a flag and a ruptured balloon.
That must mean 2 shots were fired, sir.
If we include the shot that hit the president, it's possible that 3 shots were fired in total. Now, it's also possible that the flag and the balloon were punctured by the same bullet. Well, we can be certain about the number of gunshots. Alright, we're good. Meter refilled, no consequences. Now then, let's continue the investigation.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! If you find anything new, could you please let me know?
I've been wondering for a while now, but who exactly is that woman?
I thought she was just a nosy onlooker, but it looks like she's investigating too.
Hey, please, I'm begging ya.
In order to figure out how many shots were fired, we'll need to talk to a witness. Can't be helped. Let's try talking to her.
Ah, Mr. Prosecutor. Name's Nicole Swift. Just between you and me, this case is gonna be my exclusive scoop.
Exclusive? Miss Swift, is it? Could you tell me what you witnessed during...
So how's your investigation coming along? Y'all got a suspect yet? Where'd you get that frilly doohickey around your neck?
Oh man, we got investigations Lotta. Could you please stop talking for a moment? I will be the one asking the questions.
What is this, an interrogation? I reckon I was gonna get myself an interview.
I'd like to know how many gunshots were fired. Can you please tell me what you saw?
Well, I guess. I ain't telling you nothing.
What?
My life depends on info. I ain't giving it up that easily.
Don't be selfish, pal. Would you please cooperate with us?
Selfish? If you're gonna share no info with me, then I'm gonna get it from somewhere else.
Well, wait a minute, pal.
If I wait, are you gonna give me what I want? If not, adios, amigos.
She won't budge. We're at a stalemate here.
A stalemate? I wonder about that.
What do you mean, sir?
As you know, chess is one of my hobbies. I almost misread that as cheese is one of my hobbies. I don't know what you could glean from that. How does one go on the offensive against a defensive opponent? There are many tactics available on the chessboard.
Really? I don't know much about chess. I prefer checkers.
Even if it appears to be a flawless defense, there's always an opening. Observe as I break down her defense with my words. In order to get her to talk, I'm gonna need to use the right strategy. Using the image of a chess game, I need to stay one step ahead of my opponent. Aw, fuck, we're in the zone. Now then, let's analyze the situation.
Until you give me some info, my trap's sealed shut.
Oh god. They got the DS 3D models in here. She has her guard up, so this is a defensive strategy. If I waste too much time, she may grow impatient. I need to pay attention to the time limit. Oh, no. I must not be careless with my words. When my opponent becomes agitated or aggressive.
I told you I ain't talking. You're stubborn as a mule.
For example, during times like this, I should calmly wait and see how things play out. Oh my god, an Ace Attorney game where waiting and seeing is a viable strategy. The moment my opponent shows an opening, I'll be able to strike. First, I should ask about her identity. Now, let us begin. Oh man, we're in it. First, could you tell me your occupation?
No way. If I told you, you might get the wrong idea.
Wrong idea. In other words, it's a job that you cannot tell others about.
I never said that. I ain't some kind of suspicious person.
Let's not agitate her. Let's wait and see.
I'm just your run-of-the-mill model citizen.
Please excuse my rudeness. I did not mean to offend you. I may not know the details of your job, but I'm sure that it is a reputable one.
Well, you might be giving me too much credit there. I ain't even done any major articles yet.
Article writing job? I heard you mention articles just now. Does your job involve writing articles by any chance?
Dagnabbit! That's right. I'm an investigative reporter. A bona fide up-and-coming news journalist.
I see. Reporter. She may already have some information about the case. I mean, hey, the trial and error shouldn't be that bad if I'm allowed to skip through the fucking dialogue this time. When I have to redo something, so I can take it. It's fine. This will be my next line of questioning. Yeah, refill that timer. This is where the real battle begins. I need to draw out even more information from her. Were you present at the time the incident occurred?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, how about some of that info you promised me?
No, ladies first, I insist.
I told you my trap's sealed shut. You ain't getting my info that easily.
But yeah, let's wait and see. Sheesh.
This is my livelihood here. Please, I'm begging you.
If you stick your head in too deep, you may be putting yourself in danger.
Yeah, I'm a pro after all. A few gunshots don't scare me.
You heard gunshots? I'll admit you're dedicated to your job. However, you still have much to learn. The fact that you heard the gunshots clearly means that you were present during the incident. You must have seen something. Bap.
Busted again. I just happened to be here covering the speech, and that's when it all went south. That's all, I swear. I didn't say another word.
So she was here to write an article about the speech. You should still have the material she gathered for her article. This could be a useful clue. You said that you are a reporter. Did you come here to gather news material?
If you want to know that bad, give me some info first.
No, you first. Show me what you've gathered.
Honestly, Betsy, I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me try using that clue.
Whip.
Are you telling me that you came here to gather material and you left empty-handed? You should still have the materials you collected with you.
Whap. That's... Darn tootin', I'm a pro. I collect info with my own 2 feet.
Okay, I would think collecting it with your hands would be easier, but
that's why I ain't giving it up without a fight.
as the prosecutor in charge of this case, I am making a serious plea for your cooperation.
Don't you mess with me. I'm handing it over and that's final.
I am just messing with you. Wait and see.
Please understand where I'm coming from, Mr. Prosecutor.
Being a reporter is a tough job, isn't it?
Ah, so you're finally getting it.
How's your job performance been?
Well, I'm always trying to be the best reporter I can be. This here tape recorder, I always carry it by my side.
Let me listen to the tape. I see. If you're trying to be the best reporter that you can be, then it would be unnatural if you should not have collected any news materials. You recorded on your tape recorder, didn't you? The information regarding this case.
Ugh, doggone it! here's my exclusive scoop. That's right. I have it on my tape recorder. All the information I recorded for my article is right here.
Checkmate. Got him! Complete! Dude, why did the font transitions have so much impact in this one? It's Jesus.
That's amazing, Mr. Prosecutor.
It's like, I don't even need to add a vine boom to them because they kind of do it themselves.
Before I knew it, you two had me chattering like a chipmunk.
Let me hear what you have on the tape recorder. If I listen to the tape, I should be able to determine the exact number of gunshots.
Fine, but I won't let you have it for free. Other than my mentor, you're the only person to push me this far. In other words, you're gonna be my second mentor. Yep, that's how it's gonna be.
I see. It's kind of like a second home, sir.
And I got one more request. Ah, fuck, I skipped my request. Please, Mr. Prosecutor. I don't know what my request is, but this is it.
This is difficult to accept, especially since I don't know what the hell the request was. But unless I agree to it, I won't be able to listen to the tape. 24 hours is out of the question, but I will grant you an interview after we solve this case. I'm so good at inferring things.
But what about being my second mentor?
Also out of the question.
Oh, don't be so ornery. Well, I guess you take what you get. It's all for the sake of my news scoop. Time to get the ball rolling. Let's begin our exclusive coverage.
Well then, Miss Swift, please begin the playback of the tape recorder for me. My dear friends, there is a reason for my visit. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that has long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed. I see, says the president's speech. The president passionately addresses the crowd.
He's deflating the rumors flying around about a recent decline in his approval ratings. This is my own commentary. I tried to create the feel of actually being there. According to the schedule, there's a meeting after this?
You seem quite pleased the Yatagarasu incident has been resolved. Well, of course. It's a great honor for us as well. Whose voice is this?
Those are from the folks standing in front of me. I reckon it was two older men. They kept on whispering to each other.
Where have I heard this voice before?
Oh, gunshots coming up.
Yatagarasu,
President raises his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling to a fever pitch.
However, the battle is still not over. I declare, here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil.
What in tarnation? Whoa, 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 whoa! Give me that.
It seems that 2 shots were fired.
And what do you reckon?
It's quite simple, really. Using the bullet's trajectory, we can deduce its flight path. 2 shots were fired. 1 bullet hit the president. That means the other shot left a hole in the flag and punctured the balloon. You understand now. The location of the perpetrator who fired the gun. The bullet that struck both the flag and the balloon was fired from here. Well, I mean, if it went through here, it's gotta be like... Well, if it was dead center, you'd be able to fucking see the guy, but... Like, trajectory-wise, it makes sense. Over here. That's right, the perpetrator definitely fired his gun from here. Yeah, I fucked up.
Them bullets really hit their mark from there?
Oh, fuck.
It's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about here, pal. I'm sure he has amazing logic to back it up. And when it's all said and done, he'll show you another one of his brilliant deductions.
Oh, fuck.
I'm looking forward to it myself. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Do your thing.
Oh. Wait a second. Let me think.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, don't push yourself too hard now.
This isn't the right spot. 2 shots were fired, I'm certain of it. If I follow the direct path of the bullets, the point where the 2 paths cross will reveal the location of the shooter. I don't know, maybe somewhere further left? Or, I mean, it's gotta be somewhere to the left. It couldn't have been done here because they've passed through both of them, so. By connecting the bullet marks from the flag and the balloon, we learn the bullet's trajectory. It's likely that the bullet was fired from the left side of the audience area. Jot that shit down.
Just what I expect from Mr. Edgeworth.
Detective Gumshoe, I would like to investigate the left side of the audience area.
Yes, sir. Oh, wait, you mean we have to move all these people?
Yes, there's no time. We could be losing vital evidence for every second we let slip by. We must hurry!
Yes, sir.
Mentor number 2! Hey, mentor number 2!
Miss Swift, I assume you are addressing me?
Of course, mentor number 2. This is my time to shine. I'm an expert at crowd disposal. Like torches, release the hounds and run them down!
I appreciate your help, but please do not use those methods. Also, please stop addressing me as your mentor. I never agreed to that position.
I hear you. I'll try to keep that in mind, mentor. I mean, Mr. Prosecutor.
Is the game too soft, by the way? I know we're like half an hour in at this point, but I just realized I did not adjust the volume for this stream. For the game, if I didn't clarify that. I'm sure I'm perfectly loud enough.
Mr. Edgeworth, we're ready to begin the investigation, sir. Miss Swift was here. Oh, Miss Swift here was all over the crowd helping us round them up, sir.
Heh, this ain't nothing compared to my first mentor's mob wrangling skills.
She seems to be used to this sort of thing. However, Miss Swift, all that running around seems to have caused your clothes to be covered with mud. I'll take care of the cleaning bill, if you like.
Oh, you're talking about my parka? Don't you worry your fancy little head about it. It's reversible, so I can just flip it around later and it's good as new.
That won't do much for mud stains, though.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's restart the investigation, sir.
Raz made a mess of the crime scene. I hope some traces of the criminal are still left behind. Investigation 2. Oh fuck, dude! Just like the videos game. Let's examine this trash can.
Y'all need to go through the garbage? You prosecutors got a tough job.
Detective Gumshoe.
Right away, sir.
So it's the detective's job to go through the trash. Prosecutors don't want to dirty their hands.
Well, let's see. Hope I find something good.
Detective seems to be a little too eager about searching through the trash.
This is a winning popsicle stick. Detective! Sorry, sir. Let's see. Something related to the case. Huh? Look what I found, sir.
Yes, good work. Let's have a closer look. I'll need to view this object from various angles to uncover the truth within.
Yes, sir. Just give me the word and I'll spin the evidence around and round.
Hold the R button and use the D-pad to rotate the object. Don't use the touchscreen. Alright. Press A button to investigate it. Gotcha. Blip. It's a document of some sort.
Let's see, President Security Detail. These are the plans for the President's security, sir.
It depicts the security layout.
The bodyguards' names are written on here, too. Rook and Knightley.
The bodyguards are not from the Republic of Zangfa.
It seems that the president hired a local security firm.
Why didn't he use the police force of Zangfa?
You wanna know the reason? That's another big scoop.
Do you know something about it?
I was just at the Zangfa embassy the other day, fixing to get some news material. That's when I heard. Sounds like the president's got plenty of enemies. I also don't get along too well with the top brass of the Zangfa police.
I see. He doesn't even trust the people of his own country. This could be related to the assassination attempt. Yeah, shove it in the organizer. Why would this...
But why would this document be in the bag?
That is strange indeed. Concerns the safety of the president. Normally, it would be under tight security.
This bag, there's something else in it, sir.
A gun!
This is... It's a gun, sir! Mr. Edgeworth! But this bag belonged to the...
Indeed. It is possible that the assassin may have thrown it away. It's a revolver. Something like this to appear at a place like this. Thank you for the water. Go. Is this the work of a professional assassin?
You must use that document to carry out the crime, sir.
This revolver. Need to take a closer look at it. All right. This gun fired 2 bullets. That matches the number of gunshots heard.
This must be the murder weapon, sir.
This gun fired 2 bullets. Yeah, we know that. Oh, I guess that's it for this bit. Okay. This is a laser pointer.
It's an implement you attach to a gun to help you aim with a laser, sir. Just press here and... It's firing a red laser, sir.
Did the assassin use this laser pointer to target the president? Oh. Alright.
This bag has provided us with... This bag has provided us with lots of useful evidence. There, I didn't trip on my own tongue this time. Dumpster diving really paid off, sir.
Good work, detective. I have one more request. Please tell the forensics team to check the gun and bag for fingerprints.
Yes, sir.
If we can obtain prints, it would be a huge breakthrough in our investigation.
I got the results back, sir.
That was fast.
Of course. I made them double time it. Unfortunately, we couldn't find any fingerprints, sir.
Are you certain you did a thorough search?
Of course, we combed every inch. We even took out the bullets and examined them, sir.
As expected, this won't be easy. Fine, I'll fucking talk to him.
This is a terrible incident indeed, Mr. Edgeworth.
Who is this man again?
I, Winston Payne, am willing to assist as a prosecutor.
He's a prosecutor? Why did you come here today?
I accompanied the chief prosecutor.
His voice sounds like the one that I heard on the tape earlier. Was he one of the men standing in front of Miss Swift? And where is the chief now?
The chief is a busy man. He had special permission to leave the premises.
Chief called me here and then left by himself. I'm not completely satisfied with this. Anything else we can glean from him?
It's a terrible incident indeed, Mr. Edgeworth. I am willing to assist as a prosecutor.
Why did you come here today? I don't know why it wasn't letting me skip the dialogue before, even though this is the same dialogue. Whatever. It's fine. Let's look around.
Wait.
Did you come here to cover the welcoming event?
You betcha. I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
What time did the event start?
It started after the rain stopped pouring. It'd been raining all morning long. President's plane got here at 1:45 p.m. Then the president began his speech around 2 p.m.
When did the shooting occur?
I reckon it happened sometime around 2:20 p.m.
So it occurred about 20 minutes after the speech began.
Yep, it was right then. The sound of gunshots ripped through the air. And the poor old president collapsed on stage. And that's what went down on March 25th, 2:25 p.m. at Gourd Lake Park.
What's that all of a sudden?
Oh, that? I was just recording some notes. It's for my report. If I think of something good, I take note of it right away. It ain't often you get the chance to cover a presidential assassination. Gotta make it dramatic and heart-wrenching. I'm gonna write me one action-packed article.
Did the president actually collapse on stage?
The bodyguards escorted him onto the plane, sir.
Ah, you'll have to pardon my embellishments. Sometimes I get a little carried away.
It seems that it would be best if I took this woman's testimony with a grain of salt. Perhaps.
Well, now, I guess you could call me a reporter. It sure sounds different when somebody else calls you that. Reporter Nicole Swift. Yep, it's got a nice ring to it.
Just to be clear, you are an actual reporter, correct?
In training.
And how many articles have you written so far?
Oh, you mean like actual published works? Not at the moment.
Yet you still call yourself a reporter.
Well, this case is gonna put me in the spotlight. I done captured the whole entire speech perfectly. No bloopers at all. With this mic and this tape recorder. I'm gonna be a shining star in the broadcast world, just like my mentor.
Tell me about your mentor.
So, Mr. Prosecutor, how do you know my mentor?
You're the one who brought up the subject.
I may or may not have said something like that.
As a reporter, you should take responsibility for your words.
My mentor always tells me a reporter should always leak information freely.
What a public nuisance.
She told me that when she gave me this here tape recorder. Get out there and record all the scandalous scoops you can get.
So you create smoke where there's no fire. I'm amazed you call yourself a reporter.
I don't start the fires. I just fan out the smoke, as far and wide as I can.
Isn't that what I just said? Perhaps.
No, wait, foot!
I did. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, get me out of here. Are you talkable? Yes. You are with the television crew, are you not? Oh, that's right. But then you must have recorded the speech. I'd like to see the footage.
Yeah, about that, that'll be difficult.
What was that, pal? It's your duty as a citizen to cooperate with the investigation.
After the incident, the guests knocked over the TV camera in the panic. All the footage was lost. If there was any footage left, it could have been vital evidence.
Yeah, it's too bad, sir.
Who's laughing? Not you. What was that?
Looks like you're in a jam, Mr. Edgeworth.
That voice. Oh, hi. Hi, girl. Long time no see. Okay. Jump down from the top of that van.
Long time no see, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fuck. I literally just said that.
The hero of justice. Kay Faraday. It's here to save the day.
It's been so long I forget if it's Faraday or a different pronunciation. Or Faraday, I guess. Hero. I guess she wouldn't refer to herself as a heroine. So, have you given up on this great thief business yet?
Nope. Haven't stopped. I'm just on vacation. I'm still in training to become the second Yatagarasu.
About 2 weeks ago, this girl became involved in one of my cases. Oh, what the fuck do you mean long time no see, then? The mysterious phantom thief, the Yatagarasu. Case of a gentleman thief who steals the truth for the sake of justice. This girl is the successor to that great thief.
If you need to pick a lock or untie a rope, leave it to me. But since I'm still in training, I haven't actually stolen anything yet.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I wanted to join the festivities.
She does seem to have a fondness for these kinds of events.
Afterwards, I thought I'd come meet up with you guys.
Well, we're glad to see you. You look like you've been doing well, pal.
It's been a while, Gummy. I'm glad you're well, too.
Hey, you said earlier that you could help me out.
Please don't be surprised, Mr. Edgeworth. I took a photo that captures the exact moment of the crime.
I see. Could you show it to us at once?
Same as usual, I see. Can't you act even a little surprised? Yeah, that prosecutor's always in a sour mood. He even got annoyed when I called him my second mentor. Oh, by the way, I'm Nicole Swift, up-and-coming investigative reporter. Nice to meet you, Nicole. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth's really...
Enough idle chatter. Can you please just show us the photo?
Fine. Here. is the photo I took right at the moment of the gunshot.
Interesting hairstyles across the board here.
It was awful. Everyone in the audience was running in panic.
This photo depicts the president and his 2 bodyguards. Judging by the names written on the security plan, these 2 must be Rook and Knightley. Huh? What is this? Thank you, Kay. This will be a very important clue.
Oh, you got that sharp look in your eyes. Did you find something, Mr. Prosecutor?
In this photo, there is a contradiction.
This photo? I don't see nothing.
If you don't understand, then I'll show you. The scene captured in the photo and the evidence I have on hand. By comparing the 2, I'll find a contradiction. It's time for my deductive skills to come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. Once I found the contradiction, I have to press the button, and then I present the evidence that contradicts this spot. This is the only other thing with his photo on it, so... Urethra! Miss Swift, this newspaper contains a photograph of the president. I'd like you to compare it with the photo Kay took at the scene.
Huh? What do you mean? Oh!
That's right. There's something on the president's forehead that wasn't there before. Is that a mole?
Mm-hmm. It certainly looks like a red mole.
Alright, buddies. That's foolish. It's hard to believe that a mole would pop out of thin air like that. Maybe a bug bit him, sir.
Is that all? I thought you were onto something. Turns out it's just an itty bitty bug bite. You were talking with such a serious look on your face, I was getting all excited.
The way to the truth always begins with small contradictions.
Ooh, that's a great way of putting it. I'll be using that for my article.
Alright, thank you for the data. Let me in here. I've solved the mystery of the red mole. You mean it's not a bug bite, sir? It's nothing like a bug bite or an itchy rash. This is the light from a laser pointer. You mean a gun was aimed at the president's forehead? Right after that, the second gunshot was heard. That's certainly more than just an itch, sir. Indeed, I'm concerned for the president's well-being. It's become more and more likely that this gun was the weapon used in the attack. But why'd the criminal use a laser pointer, sir?
That's right. They would have had a beam of light shining from their hands. Pew, pew, pew. Way too conspicuous.
And if you follow the path of the laser, you will find out who fired the shot. That's not good at all.
Oh yeah, I also took some other photos. Maybe the light from the laser pointer was captured on those.
It's a long shot, but there may be a chance. Okay, could you show us those photos?
Coming right up. Firstly, the photo from before the incident.
Your face is taking up most of the frame.
I wanted to get a 2-shot of me and the president. This was taken a little before the gunshots. And here's the one I showed you before. This was right after the first gunshot.
Immediately after that, the second one ran out.
And then...
What is this? You can't really see much in this photo.
After that last photo, one of the running guests knocked me down. It looks like the shutter clicked just then.
This doesn't look too helpful, pal.
Well, those were all the photos I took.
Well, thanks regardless. I'd like to examine these in a bit more detail. Investigate which photo? Let's just start from the beginning, I guess. Where can the light from the laser pointer be seen?
Oh yeah!
I found it! Faker? Wait, what? Faker? Who? Where? What? Never mind. Look just in front of this person in the red hood.
Ah, there!
Yes, that's probably the light from the laser pointer.
That red hooded person.
Would be the assassin.
We did it! It's all thanks to me, right?
Right. As expected, the great thief has stolen the truth. Perhaps the criminal can also be seen in the other photos. Let me examine these photos one more time. Investigate which photo, after. Wearing the red hooded assassin be seen. That them right there?
Ah! There!
The red hooded assassin. Looks like they're escaping in the panic, sir. See the direction they ran in.
Ah! The samurai dog banner!
Right, the assassin escaped toward the right side of the audience area. Detective Gumshoe!
Got it, sir. We'll investigate the right side of the audience area.
I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. Oh. Red hooded assassin. Since the park was sealed off, there's nowhere they could have run to. If we follow their trail, we'll definitely catch them. Now, let's continue with the investigation.
We'll definitely find some traces of the assassin.
Oop, examine point.
Hey, what's that?
There's something red down there. Detective Gumshoe, please check underneath the food stall. Something's stuck down here. Let's see, oh, there it is. It's a red raincoat. This be
The assassins!
It appears that he got rid of his raincoat before he ran away. Is this related? I mean, it's giving me an examine prompt, so...
It's a red button, sir. This be...
Perhaps. Is to be related to the person in the red hood. There's still stuff to examine. Left sleeve. There doesn't appear to be anything out of place.
Not turned inside out, and the button is still tightly in place.
And it was thrown away. It looks a bit too clean. Well, what about the other sleeve? This sleeve, it's inside out. And it's also missing a button. Alright. Easy peasy. Connect the pieces. It looks like the fallen button came from the raincoat. It probably fell off when the assassin took off the raincoat.
You look closely and see if the right sleeve is inside out, sir.
It appears they took it off in a hurry. The button was probably torn off. Eschewing the president, the assassin disposed of the gun and the bag in the garbage bin, not the garage bin. What the fuck? Then, during the panic, they moved from the left to the right side of the audience area. The bullet's trajectory led us to suspect someone who was on the left side of the audience area. The assassin then took off the raincoat and hid it under the stand. The assassin was in a hurry to remove the raincoat, and that's why there are signs that the right sleeve was hastily removed.
It also explains why the button was torn off.
If that's the case, why is that left sleeve not in the same state?
Ah, that sleeve isn't inside out!
On the contrary, the button is still tightly fixed.
What do you mean, sir?
To find the answer, we must examine this raincoat in detail. Oh, wait, there's an examine. I'd like to investigate the inside of this raincoat. Let the gumshoe! Got it! Oh. Ooh. Oh.
Huh?
This is a bloodstain. Especially by the location, this is most likely the assassin's own blood.
So we're looking for someone who's injured, sir.
Not just any injury, detective. An injury on their left arm.
What do you mean, sir?
The criminal was in a hurry to take off their coat. That's why the right sleeve is inside out. On the other hand, the left sleeve remained unchanged. Now, how did this difference arise? Quite simply, the assassin couldn't get his arm through the left sleeve. If you think of it like that, it all starts to add up. Furthermore, a blood stain was found on the left side of the raincoat.
I see. He couldn't get his injured arm to fit through the sleeve.
Yes, indeed. I'd say the possibility is quite high. It's all coming together. Alright, investigation complete. Detective Gumshoe, I want you to pull our assassin out of the crowd.
Roger that, sir.
Someone with an injured left arm.
Someone with an injured left arm, right?
You must have a good head on your shoulders if you must have a good head on your shoulders if you did see through me, Mr. Prosecutor. But
It's been a while since I've done a full voice acting thing. I'm rusty.
leave me alone! Fighting the assassin with only that much evidence shouldn't be a problem at all. That's our Edgeworth.
With everyone in the park sealed in, the assassin should still be within the crowd. I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth, we found a suspicious person in that condition, sir.
That's gotta be the assassin.
Okay, we haven't proven that this person is the assassin yet. For now, this is just a person of interest. Don't jump to conclusions.
Got it. I'll control myself.
There's no doubt that this is the guy who targeted the president, sir.
Takes a daring person to target someone's life in front of an audience. Detective, bring him here. Courteously.
Yes, sir. Hey, you guys, bring him in.
Oh? Oh! He's not carrying an umbrella and his left arm is bandaged.
You there, state your name.
My name is John Doe. John Doe? That's an unusual name. That is correct. This man, I've seen him somewhere before. Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name? Yes. I have been observing your investigation. May I ask why you have called me here? We're searching for the assassin who attempted to murder the president. Do you recognize this red raincoat? I'm terribly sorry. I'm afraid I do not. I believe that this raincoat belongs to the assassin. Oh my. That is terrible indeed. This person should also have a severe injury on the left side of their body. Precisely like yours. I have no relation to this.
A stare down, mano a mano. It's like they're firing laser beams out of their eyes. So, what happens next?
Obviously a confrontation, pal. A battle of wits between two gentlemen.
Did I hear his explanation? Nah, yeah, of course. Fucking come on.
Witness might lie or misunderstand. If you find a contradiction in their statement, you present evidence, pal.
Press the R button to look at the organizer and the X button to present.
If you don't find a contradiction, what do you do then?
At those times, you press the witness for more details.
Press the L button.
All right, sir. Could you give us a demonstration, please?
Go, Mr. Prosecutor. You're America's best.
He just won't quit. Alrighty, in we go. I understand that the person in the raincoat is suspicious. However, that doesn't mean that he was injured. I don't suppose you have proof? You're just giving this to me, okay. Clearly my left arm is injured, but I can still use my right arm. When it was raining, I used an umbrella. I have no need for a raincoat. You didn't wear a raincoat. That's your claim? Yes, not everyone uses a raincoat for protection against the rain. I am an umbrella person, after all.
I'm definitely a raincoat person. Umbrellas will hinder your movement. Well, I don't use raincoats or umbrellas. Come rain or snow, all I need is my trusty parka.
This wasn't what I wanted to talk about. I hope you understand. I am not the assassin. Unfortunately, leaving a testimony unexamined goes against my principles. How troublesome. I am but a simple ice cream salesman. Oops. Let me just wipe that up real quick. In my panic earlier, my wound seems to have reopened. There's no mistaking that the owner of this raincoat is the assassin. Furthermore, the owner has an injured left arm. Mr. Doe, I shall reveal your true colors for all to see. Alright. Whoop. Ratio. Mr. Doe, you seem to be a very cautious person. However, today seems to be different, because you left this behind. You must be mistaken. That does not belong to me. Or perhaps you have evidence that proves otherwise. Mr. Doe, is your injury alright? The wound seems to have opened. Indeed, it is quite troublesome. Yes, I'm sure it is. You have my deepest sympathies. After all, you would have escaped had your wounds not opened up. What do you mean? There is no mistaking that the one who wore this raincoat was injured. And I can prove that person was you. With this. Dude, you're making my ice cream sweats. Come on now. On the inside of this raincoat, there is a small blood stain. It's the blood of the assassin. Very graceful descent. Attacking the president is a serious crime, pal. You'll cause an international incident. No matter how long you keep silent, your true nature will soon come to light. A blood test will settle this. The blood from the raincoat and the blood from your bandaged arm. I have all the evidence I need. Why don't you just admit it? You're the assassin who attacked the president. I am not the assassin. You don't know when to give up. If this was a game of chess, you would have been checkmated a long time ago. Admit your defeat gracefully. Yeah, if I have my timeline correct, I think this was the last Ace Attorney game to use the like sprite format before they switched to models. So yeah, like you can definitely see like the improvements in animation from like previous games. He seems completely unfazed. I suppose I have no choice. I'll admit it. Indeed, the raincoat is mine. He confessed, sir! Arrest him! Arrest him! Get him! However, that does not mean I shot the president. What's that, pal? Prosecutor Edgeworth, all you have proven is that I wore the raincoat. What sort of crime is that? Testimony 2. I'm no assassin. I'm just a simple ice cream salesman. All I did was put on that red raincoat and listen to the president's speech. It surprised me to see the bodyguards take action just before the gunshot rang out. Everyone in the audience immediately tried to escape, creating a state of panic. Are you satisfied this time?
His story's getting fishier by the minute. He's really suspicious. Glaring at me won't help. We got evidence. Here, look at this guy in the red raincoat. That's gotta be the assassin.
I see. That is certainly not me.
What?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, please consider this carefully. Was I really the only one who wore a red raincoat? He was or not, the person in this photo can only be Mr. Doe. But why? This man's self-confidence and intensity. No assassin. All I did was listen to the speech. The bodyguards took action just before the gunshot rang out. So the bodyguards reacted before the gunshot went off. Yes, the bodyguards moved first. The one on the left side of the stage in particular. You saw it all quite clearly. I have good eyesight. The names are written on the upper left of the security plan. The bodyguard on the left side would be Mr. Rook. That is correct. A Mr. Ethan Rook, I believe. Perhaps he noticed the light from the laser pointer. That man is no ordinary individual. From their actions, I don't believe the bodyguards were amateurs. This man isn't an ordinary individual either. Please add that statement to your testimony. As you wish. Mr. Ethan Rook. How do you know? How do you know his name's Ethan? That's not on here, is it? It's not. It's just Lieutenant Rook. It seems you aren't just a simple ice cream salesman after all. You think too highly of me, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Why would a simple ice cream salesman know the name of the president's bodyguard? The name of the bodyguard? Surely you jest. Didn't you say their names just a moment ago? Mr. Knightley and Mr. Rook, correct? This is a diagram of the security plans. We learned their names from this. However, only their surnames are written here. You're on a first-name basis with the bodyguards. Bitch. You distinctly said Ethan Rook. How'd you know his full name when we did not? That's pretty weird, sir. Why do you know his name? Explain yourself. That was merely a slip of the tongue.
It's true. This guy's the assassin.
Young lady, you're being a little hasty. And that ice cream is angry. It's steaming. It's got its eyebrows furrowed. The reason I knew his name is quite simple. What? I am an acquaintance of Mr. Rook's. What? He and I have a bit of a connection. His is a name that I will never forget. Mr. Edgeworth, he's just telling a big fat lie. This is not a lie. I'm just a simple ice cream salesman and an acquaintance of Ethan Rook's. In that case, let's just ask Rook himself about this. Whether or not he's acquainted with this dubious ice cream salesman. As you wish. However, that may prove difficult now. He's currently busy with the president's security, after all. Besides, even if I am not an acquaintance of Mr. Rook's, does that prove I fired the gun? If you aren't the assassin, then why'd you remove your raincoat? It was a little hot, and the rain had stopped. To air out the wound, is there a problem with that? Ugh, I just can't seem to corner him. Slippery little weasel.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing? Hurry up and arrest him. That man's so suspicious, I'd even arrest him myself.
Arrest him without evidence? How could I do such a thing?
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? Breaking news, the criminal's on the verge of escaping the prosecutor.
Oh dear. They're already treating me like a criminal. I understand. Since I've been suspected this far, it seems I will have to tell the truth. Truth? What is he up to? I saw another person wearing a red hood. What? What? Surely that was the person who was in the photo. I first noticed him right before the speech when it was still raining. He caught my eye because his raincoat was the same color as mine. In his hand, I saw a laser pointer with the light aimed directly at the president. It can't be. There's another person wearing a red hood. I knew that if I wore the red raincoat, I'd be mistaken for the assassin. That is why I took off the raincoat. You saw an assassin wearing the same color hood as yours? Huh. Wouldn't that be a nice coincidence? That's what I expected you would say, which is why I did not testify as such. Prosecutors and the police are a suspicious lot. I knew that nobody would believe me. At the moment of the incident, the assassin was very close to the prosecutor. Prosecutor? I barely know her. I'm sorry. I only arrived after the incident. Not you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. That prosecutor over there.
Huh? Me?
Yes, you should be visible in that photo. Here, right in front of the person in the red hood.
That's me, all right. What's your point?
What's this man driving at? I have been observing your investigation this entire time, Prosecutor Edgeworth, and I have noticed something strange. Something strange? It seems you still haven't noticed this contradiction yet. A contradiction?
In this photo, the people who can be seen are the chief, Mr. Payne, and the assassin. I don't see anything strange.
Please think back carefully about the circumstances during the president's speech. I believe you are holding the evidence that contradicts this photo. Whew. Do I have evidence that contradicts this photo? Sorry for the yawn, it's just that... I don't know, I guess that voice just inherently leads me to yawn. Honestly, I'm not sure, but I'll present this.
Mr. Edgeworth, is it really okay to present evidence you're not sure about?
In times like this, maybe you should hold back, sir.
Yes, that's right, I didn't mean to go this far. It's a shame, but you should just accept your mistake and try again. Ugh, not good. Okay. Second, I should think this over. Oh right. That would be it, wouldn't it? It can't be! There's a contradiction between the photo and the tape! It seems you've noticed.
Mr. Edgeworth, what's going on?
There is a person missing from this photograph.
Huh? Who is it?
Yes, it's rather strange. Someone who should be there, but is not. The person who should be in this photo is... I mean... Yep. No, actually, it was Dick Gumshoe.
Huh?
Miss Swift?
Why would you say that?
Miss Payne's voice was recorded on Miss Swift's tape. He was whispering quietly. Chief Prosecutor.
Those are from the folks standing in front of me. I reckon it was the two older men. They kept on whispering to each other.
It seems Miss Swift was near Mr. Payne when she recorded the speech.
Yeah, but she isn't anywhere in this photo.
That is correct. Now, Mr. Prosecutor. Who is the one you should be pursuing? Ugh. Nicole Swift, would you mind giving us your testimony?
Come on, it feels weird when you ask all formal like that. It's fine, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Get her!
It ain't like I stayed in one spot while I was recording. I was moving around the audience area, shuffling here and there. I reckon this picture must have been snapped at a different time to my tape recording. So quit making that scary face, it ain't what you think.
Miss Swift's tape recorded conversation between my colleagues. Mr. Payne and the Chief Prosecutor.
Why would Nicole be lying? That would mean...
It'd mean Nicole Swift is the assassin, pal!
Y'all gotta be kidding me, I ain't done nothing like that.
Be that as it may, however, there is a contradiction in your testimony.
I don't reckon so, no sir.
It appears that I must reveal this contradiction with evidence. Alright, let's fucking get it. I was moving around. I reckon this picture must have been snapped at a different time to my tape recording. Are we sure about that? Objection! Music stopped, let's go. Miss Swift, a reporter shouldn't lie.
I ain't lying. I'm an honest journalist.
Perhaps, but there's no denying that the photo and the recording were taken at the same time.
That's so? And what makes you say that?
The truth lies in these photos. This photo could only have been taken at the same time as your recording. Which spot shows that this was taken at the same time as the recording? You said it was something to do with the... Yeah. Can you see the president with his fist raised in the air?
What about it?
Miss Swift, might we hear your tape one more time?
Nuh-uh. You ain't gonna hear a word the way you've been treating me.
Fuck you mean, nuh-uh? Would you rather we charge you with obstruction of justice and seize it from you?
Fine. You win. I'm no match for you, Mr. Prosecutor.
The question is, during which part of his speech did the president raise his fist? No matter what sort of heinous criminal organization there is, I will not allow them to exist.
President raised his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling to a fever pitch.
Aha! Raises his fist straight from the horse's mouth, sir.
This tape was recorded at the moment the president raised his fist overhead.
Then that means Nicole not being in this photo really is strange.
Oh, but she is in the photo. Right here. The person in the red hood. It was you, Nicole Swift.
Ah!
You're the real assassin, aren't you, pal?
That ain't so. I ain't never worn that red raincoat.
This red raincoat in question belongs to... This raincoat's owner is Mr. Doe. That much has been proven. You were wearing something else. A different red hood.
You mean there were two red hoodies, sir?
Mr. Doe's last testimony was true.
But we didn't find any other red raincoats.
What Mr. Doe saw was a red hood, not a raincoat. Miss Swift, what was it you told us earlier about your parka?
Oh, yeah. You mean to say I ain't worried about getting it all dirty? It's reversible. So all I gotta do is turn it inside out and...
Oh, fuck! As I thought.
Mr. Edgeworth, the inside of her parka is red.
Indeed. And during the instance, she was using that side. So that's why they weren't letting me freely look at the profiles before. They only let me choose it at that one part. Sneaky.
What? Hey, pal, what's the big idea?
You're wrong. I've been wearing it like this the whole day.
Well then, will you allow me to examine your parka?
What are you expecting to find?
We know it was raining prior to the president's speech. I believe you said earlier.
Well, I don't use raincoats or umbrellas. Come rain or snow, all I need is my parka.
True. You really didn't turn your parka inside out, then the inside should be dry.
Hang on a minute, I ain't taking this heavy backpack off and putting it back on again. Sorry, but can't we do this another time?
You think you can fool Mr. Edgeworth with that, pal? Alright then, pal. If we're really wrong, prove it. Show us the inside of the parka.
It wasn't me. I know assassin.
Miss Swift, if you want me to believe that, you need to cooperate with us. Will you please tell us why you wore the red side of the parka?
I'm sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I have my reasons, honest. I'll tell y'all everything. Just quit bullying me.
Yo, hold it. Take this opportunity to hydrate, Barry. Ooh. Whose voice was that? Hold on a second. It's a little too early for the end game. Oh, it's you. Hey,
Hey, you in the fancy suit. Haven't you been jumping the gun ever since you open and move?
This man was in case photo.
Whoa, I guess I should introduce myself first. My name is...
Damn! Fucking show off.
Horace Knightley, the president's bodyguard. Second in command of his personal security unit. Duh! Watch it, pal. That's not a toy. Whoa, my bad. She just wants to come out and play. I can't seem to help it.
Why do you have a gun if you're not a police officer?
She's a lady of Zhengfa. Only the president's bodyguards are authorized to use it. Anyway, back to business. I got some news for you. There's good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first?
Makes no difference to me. Do as you wish.
You sure? I'm giving you the first move. Alright, I gotcha. I'll start with my pawn.
It seems you enjoy chess.
You play too, Mr. Fancy Suit?
It's Edgeworth, and I do have a fondness for chess.
Is that so? Well then, Chessmaster Edgeworth, I'll start with the good news. The president's safe. Not even a scratch on him. Really? That's great, pal.
It seemed that the young lady was not a murderer after all.
Good for you, Nicole. But
Whoa there. Don't forget, there's still the bad news. The president is safe because his bodyguards protected him. Actually, I had nothing to do with it. It was the leader who protected him. At the cost of his own life.
That would be the other bodyguard. Rook, was it?
Yeah, that's right. Rook died to protect the president. Well, shit. What?
Is that so? Rook is dead. What a shame.
that means... Nicole.
It means the little lady killed him. My brother in arms.
That ain't true. I ain't a murderer.
Whoa there! Pipe down, little Miss Murderer. Jeez, even if we had to make a sacrifice to protect the king, it was a pretty bad move. At castling. Sacrificing castles? What's he talking about, sir?
They're all chess terms. He's saying Rook's life was exchanged for the president's.
This guy sure talks funny, sir.
Horace Knightley, was it?
What do you want?
I'd like to examine this victim's body as soon as possible. And if it's possible, I'd like to question the president.
Sorry, but I can't let you do that.
What?
I got another piece of news for you. This one's a doozy.
There's another piece of news?
From here on out, this investigation will be handled by the Zhengfa police.
What?
What's going on, pal?
This case is under our jurisdiction. You have no right to interfere.
You're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? The president knows about you solving the Yatagarasu case.
I'm honored.
That's why the chief prosecutor designated you to be in charge of the case.
Seems the chief prosecutor made a little appeal to the president.
But it looks like you're the wrong guy for the job. I didn't know you'd have this kind of reaction. It's the president's orders. If you oppose, you'll cause an international incident. Capiche? Hey, little lady, get over here. We'll continue your questioning inside the president's plane.
No. I didn't do nothing.
Hey now, don't be a baby. You scared a little Zhengfa justice?
Mr. Prosecutor, please. Please help me.
Miss Swift? It's clear that Miss Swift was the person in the red hood, but it doesn't mean that the whole truth has been revealed.
I really didn't do it. Please believe me.
Is it really all right for it to end this way? All I see is a girl with eyes full of fear, pleading for help. Certainly not someone who's committed a heinous crime. If I stand aside now and do nothing, the truth will be lost to the darkness. What?
What happened?
What the? You! Oh, fuck.
Silence. That is an impolite way to greet someone. Your neck injury has yet to heal and you've already forgotten.
No, not you, not now.
It seems you've remembered.
Hey, what are you doing? Cut it out, pal. You got some nerve to do that right in front of a detective and a prosecutor. Just stop. Stay out of this. He's out of your league.
Mr. Doe, who on earth are you?
I am not merely a simple ice cream salesman.
He's a professional assassin. His name is Shelly the Killer. Shelly the Killer? Yeah, let's go. There's no one in law enforcement who doesn't know the name Dick Killer. An assassin will carry out any request without fail. He was once involved in a case I handled. I remember that face all too well. My favorite case in the original trilogy.
Been a while, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Although I do believe this is our first face-to-face meeting. The real assassin was you all along. That is correct. I received a request from a key individual to take the president's life. I should have seen this face before in the case files. Curses! I was careless. I'm glad I hid a knife inside my bandage before I entered the park. Okay. Even though my calculations were a little off. A knife? Not a gun? Now, Mr. Knightley, shall we play that game you love so much? Of course, the stakes will be your life. What are your demands? I want you to relinquish the investigative authority back to Prosecutor Edgeworth. Investigative authority? What are you playing at? I simply want you to allow Edgeworth to continue his investigation.
Huh? Why do you want that?
Rook is an opponent who is connected to me by fate. I would like to discover the truth about his death. When that man died, the investigative authority was transferred to you. I am simply asking you to give it back to this prosecutor. With your life at stake, this really isn't the time to be stubborn. Why, you're just using the investigation to get close to the president! And what if I am? Indeed, in order to continue the investigation, it is necessary that we enter the president's plane. As the leader of the president's bodyguards, I won't allow it. Oh, I thought you were only second in command. Now that Rook's gone, I'm in charge. I'm not sure if you're as capable as Rook was. What are you saying? I'm totally the leader now. Very well. In that case, please exercise judgment befitting of a leader. You can lose your life here needlessly. Or will you allow the investigation to continue? Yeah. Using the investigation as an excuse? Why would he go to all that trouble? What is this man thinking? Prosecutor Edgeworth, I trust you have no objections. Let us continue the investigation. Mr. Edgeworth, what should we do, sir? For now, we have no choice but to accept this proposal. At least we'll be able to investigate. But, listen well, detective. I'll use the investigation to buy us time. Meanwhile, gather up all your men. Surround the president's plane so that he can't escape. Right. Roger that, sir. Oh boy, to be fucking continued, dude. Oof. Alright, and we will continue. But that being said, I do need to take a quick break in order to stretch and hydrate, so I will be back in a flash. We're back. We are back. Let me get back into it. Death of the bodyguard Ethan Rook and the arrival of Shelly the Killer. Ah, fuck! That was the skip button! Oh, shit! Oh, God! The death of the bodyguard Ethan Rook and the arrival of Shelly the Killer. A new development in this case has come to light. Under Knightley's direction, the door of the president's plane was opened. After the paramedics attending Mr. Rook left, we set foot inside the plane one by one. Oh my, where would the president be? Who knows? It seems he's just behind that door. Still a coward, I see. You think he just showed himself in front of a hitman? Not a chance. Didn't I tell you already? My purpose here is simply to investigate the case. Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, we will await your examination of the body. Right. But now I have no choice but to obey and continue the investigation. The rest is up to Detective Gumshoe. I'm counting on you. The attempted assassination of the president became the murder of a bodyguard.
It looks like you could use some help, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I don't deny it, but...
See? Exactly. If that's the case, then it can't be helped. Just leave it to the great thief, Kay Faraday.
Right, so are you saying you can solve this case?
Nope.
Said with such certainty.
Instead, I'll stick to being your support. Right, let's get straight to the investigation.
We need to buy time for the police to prepare. I'll need to draw out this investigation for as long as I can. Alrighty. Well, what better way to draw things out than to talk to people?
It ain't me. I'm just a journalist. All I wanted was a scoop. I'd never kill nobody.
Well, you still haven't told us why you concealed the parka from us.
Well, that's because I thought y'all would get suspicious.
Is that really the only reason?
Y'all gotta believe me, Mr. Prosecutor. I didn't do nothing.
I won't tell you not to worry, but there's no need to be overly frightened. If you truly are innocent, I swear I will prove it.
Yeah, my mentor does believe in me.
For the last time, Miss Swift, I'm not your mentor.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. You'll always be my second mentor.
That's not quite what I meant.
Okay. That's a heavy-looking vest. President's clothes must be made from some special fabric.
Indeed, it's to protect against bullets.
Wow, it even does that?
Naturally, it's a bulletproof vest after all.
Ah, so that's what it is. This is the first time I've seen one. Could've said something earlier, that really surprised me.
A strange decoration based off some strange animal staring at me with its strange eyes.
There's a lever on this statue. See? Right here in its butt.
That would be most unforgivable.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it.
The lever most likely operates a trap door underneath my feet. Welcome, Molly. Then that hatch is actually a pitfall trap. I do hope you understand. It will be in your best interest not to pull that lever. When a killer talks about your best interest, it would be wise to do as he says.
Boink.
Are these some kind of official documents?
I know it's a bit rude, but let's take a peek inside.
There seems to be a security plan.
Ah, this looks like the one we found earlier in the trash can.
Yes, it does. But what is this? Something seems out of place. Certainly is a very sketchy drawing.
This seems to be a security plan document.
If so, we obtained something like this earlier. Something's different about this one. Could it be? Perhaps I should try deducing. Yeah, the thingies are switched. And then we... Urethra! What's this? The details of the security plans were changed.
Eh? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. Why the sudden change?
Because 2 days ago, the killer attacked the president. He disguised himself as a bodyguard. Rook was the first to notice. He'd already gotten close to the president. Rook managed to stop him just in the nick of time. Rook grabbed his left arm and twisted it. And then he fired one bullet square into his left arm.
What were you doing at that time, Mr. Knightley?
If I remember correctly, the first person I took out that day was you.
Oops. Was that a touchy subject?
Shut up!
So back then, your neck injury has yet to heal and you've already forgotten.
No, not you, not now! Since that day, I haven't been able to turn my head right. It sucks.
To think that I would suffer an injury. Ethan Rook, you could say he was a most capable individual. Unlike this man here.
What's so different about me and Rook?
I believe you're about as different as a pawn and a queen.
What?
So you remember Rook's name because he was highly capable. Correct. While disguised as a bodyguard, I happened to hear his name. There was no way I could ever forget that name. Only a select few have ever been able to injure me. So this was the connection the killer was talking about. The security arrangements were changed, so that the killer would not be able to sneak in as a bodyguard again. Only the president's 2 most trusted subordinates would accompany him on the stage. In short, me and Rook. It appears your positions were also changed.
That's true! He's on the right side now.
Because I can't turn my head to the right. My position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage.
Bing! Okay, anything else to examine?
It's a collection of colorful personal security alarms. They all seem to have been used before.
The president. He sure is a nice guy. He bought these security alarms to protect his wife and kids.
Then why would he leave them all here? It's obviously there for his own personal use.
Objection. A single person can't carry that many security alarms. Because a person only has 2 hands.
That objection is worth 0 points.
Okay.
Let's, what's with the 0 masks here? 2 gas masks lay on the table, ready to protect against poison gas attacks. The president seems to be quite fearful of assassinations.
So this is the rumored gas mask. It's my first time seeing the real thing.
Rumored? Among the great thieves?
No, the Jammin' Ninja, the children's program. During Princess Viola's wedding ceremony, the poison-tongued ninja Simon Cowell.
I should stop listening to her so seriously. It never seems to pay off.
Alright, let's examine the body.
Huh, I wonder what suspicious nooks and crannies we could look at here. The bullet pierced his body just below his armpit. Unfortunately, it was hit in an area his bulletproof vest didn't cover.
It really seems like a well-aimed shot.
Cause of death was most likely blood loss. The bleeding has since stopped.
The paramedics were called to treat Mr. Rook, right?
I'm afraid they didn't make it in time. It seems the victim also carried a gun.
Did he try to shoot something?
He may have drawn it out instinctively to return fire. Need to check and see if this gun has fired any bullets. Still fully loaded. No evidence of any shots being fired. This gun is also from Zhang-Fa, right?
Ah, yeah. We were always issued the same model revolver.
This is a bulletproof attaché case. It's a tool the bodyguards use to protect themselves from bullets. Can be seen in Kay's photo. It seems Rook and Knightley both had one.
Ah! That's the scene I stole on film.
You didn't do anything illegal in taking this.
Anywhere, anytime, I'm always in the mood to steal.
You just wanted to use the word steal, didn't you?
Have I been caught?
Yeah. Anyway, logic time. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, God. These two guns, they're the exact same model. These guns came from Zhangfa. Alright.
Looks like all the bodyguards were provided with guns from Zhangfa.
Indeed.
Are those guns rare?
No, not particularly. They're not easy to obtain domestically, but it isn't impossible either.
What? I thought they might be a treasure.
Yes, it's unfortunate.
Yep, Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking about treasure?
Not quite. If it was a rare model, it would have been easier to identify. Even evidence can become treasure.
I see. Even during your investigations, you searched for treasure.
Well, I didn't quite say that.
Okay, let's investigate. Where's the treasure?
And suddenly she's motivated. Let's leave that be for now, and see if there's anything else to examine. Oh, hey, wait. The internal and external views of the plane are being monitored by these monitors. Won't rest until I've inspected every fucking thing. Oh, we can just examine each and every one of these if we really wanted to. Let's start here. What's this thing? Oh, that's the president's precious stuffed animal. I don't really get it, but it's some kind of keepsake. Don't touch it! Precious? That's unexpected.
Hey, kinda looks like there's been a break-in.
Indeed, the area it stands on does look a bit unnatural. Are those glass shards underneath the stuffed animal? It's unnatural empty space. Perhaps. Was there another monitor here? Oh, well, that just got all of them, so. I don't see anything else. Anything I can get from talking to you? I've high hopes for you. Please ensure you do not disappoint me. How's your investigation progressing? There's no need for concern, it is proceeding smoothly. You remember how much I detest betrayal. All too well. I thought you would. So please, don't do anything you'll regret. Ugh. I have no choice but to obey him for now. This is nuts! I'm being used to get an assassin onto the president's plane! If we didn't enter the plane, the investigation would have come to an end. You're not fooling anyone! I know what you're after! I believe I've already said that my only interest is the nature of Rook's death. But what about the person who hired you to assassinate the president? Perhaps you have forgotten. I have no intent to carry out a job I deem futile. Very well. Continue the investigation. Splendid. I have the utmost faith in your abilities, Mr. Prosecutor. Where did it go? A bullet is embedded in it. Blip, blip. There we go. Wow. 2 bullets were fired. We know that from a number of gunshots. From the number of gunshots. One hit the Steel Samurai balloon, and the other took Rook's life.
But didn't the bullet also hit the president's bulletproof vest?
Right, it doesn't match up with the number of shots. However, there is one way to solve this.
One way?
The bullet that stole Rook's life pierced through his body and then hit the vest. In other words, Rook and the president were hit by the same bullet.
I see.
That's right. Fuck, I missed the rest of my line. This keeps happening. Is the president alright? Even while wearing a bulletproof vest, you can still get injured. Yeah, the bullet's impact can still fracture your bones. But don't worry, he's fine. The president's trained himself like no other.
Maybe the president didn't even need a bulletproof vest.
I think that might be pushing it. I like to examine that bullet. There's a chance there may still be ballistic markings.
Ballistic markings? What's that?
Oh, we gotta do this every fucking game, don't we? Ballistic markings are always left on a bullet. Each gun leaves a different marking. So if we examine the ballistic markings, we'll know which gun the bullet was fired from. You could say they're like a gun's fingerprints.
Oh, I get it now. Let's investigate right away.
I think that'd be difficult. The bullet was completely flattened when it hit the bulletproof vest. Bullet went like... There's no way you could investigate the ballistic markings.
What? I wanted to investigate them.
Well, unfortunate. Now then, I've grown weary of this investigation. Ugh, still no sign of gumshoe. Mr. Prosecutor, have you uncovered the truth yet? No, not yet. I see. In that case, would you like to speak with someone who was involved in the incident? Someone involved in the incident?
You mean...
Is there not one more witness? Just behind those doors? Of course, the president himself. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, please do the honors and summon the witness here. There's no chance in hell I'm letting that happen. You think you can just summon the president like a witness in court? Ha! Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching all this through your security cameras. Would you kindly grace us with your presence? That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Ugh. Oh, fuck. I see. Mr. President, what sort of a man leaves another to die on his behalf? Mr. President! Stop it! Take it easy! Hey! Still nothing. Come on, Detective Gumshoe.
Ah!
The lights! My apologies, Mr. Prosecutor, but I wouldn't try anything if I were you. It seems I am unable to reach the president, even with Mr. Knightley's life. Stop! Ugh! I'm scared!
Ah!
Hey, the killer, you! However, I have already seen the truth. Where is he? Oh! I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! Sir! Did I pass out? Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, thank goodness you're safe!
Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay?
Hey, what about you?
I just woke up myself. My head's throbbing a bit, but it's no big deal.
Detective Gumshoe, what happened to the killer? Miss Swift came running out of the plane. She told us the killer made a run for it, but... Oh, we were too late, sir. We heard from that bodyguard that the emergency lifeboat over there had been stolen. He's probably at the other side of the lake by now, sir. Didn't you seal off the park? The police were all called back to surround the plane. Right now, there's no one guarding the opposite shore. Ugh! That means you succeed in giving us the slip. Sure seems that way, sir. Mr. Prosecutor. Horace Knightley, it seems you also had a narrow escape. Yeah, that sucked. That punk. Come to think of it, we found this near where you fell, sir. This is the killer's calling card. Looks like a message from him. He always leaves this card next to his victim's body. You're not dead, sir. Perhaps this signifies something similar to a killing. Which reminds me, the last thing he said still bothers me. Already seeing the truth, I leave the rest in your hands. Seeing the truth? What did he mean by this? Yeah, it's safe now. What was that? The president will be making his entrance now. The president? There he is. Big guy. God. Why is his suit so tight? This man is the president of Zhangfa, Dijun Huang. You are? It's an honor to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. I am Dijun Huang. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis. Do you refer to the Yatsukarasu case? I was simply solving a murder, nothing more. Such modesty. I have been observing your investigation. An astounding performance, despite allowing the killer to get away. Thank you very much. So he was watching through his security cameras. However, I regret that it ends here. What do you mean? Heed my words, foolish prosecutor. You should have already been informed by Knightley. This investigation will be handed over to the esteemed police force of Zhangfa. Now the killer is gone, they intend to take over the investigation.
Hey, pal! What are you doing? What's with that attitude, huh?
It's because of the killer, Mr. Edgeworth, that... Enough, detective. Mr. President, I cannot agree to this. Why must this investigation be handed over to your country's police? Why, you say? Know your place, puny prosecutor. Must I explain my actions? Nay, I think not. You shall hand over all the evidence you found so far and leave this plane at once.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told.
Ugh. I cannot resist any longer. Hey, yo. All the evidence handed over to Knightley. Damn. Why? Why won't he allow me to investigate this case any further? Now then, would you kindly take your leave? Knightley, place the suspect under firm restraint.
I'm on it, Mr. President.
An attempt on my life, the murder of my subordinate, such evil, such sin.
I didn't kill nobody. I swear.
Shut your trap, lady.
You dare question me? You dare stain this world with deceit? Should we pardon this sin? Nay, absolutely not. It is most unforgivable. My reasons being... There's no mistake. The president is hiding something. I appreciate Edgeworth just going into his little mind palace to think this over while the president just goes, rah, 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 rah. If I turn back, the truth will be lost forever.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Edgeworth, is there nothing you can do?
I remember the countless times I've faced this dilemma in the courtroom. Lies of the witness, the rebuttals of the defense. I did not always have evidence to counter them. Nonetheless, I was still able to draw out the truth. And that's right. My words alone are my weapons. Now then, let's analyze the situation. Let's go the DS chess pieces. Leave this place at once! This is a direct order from the president himself. He's not even listening. Any rebuttal I give, he cuts off. When he has that forceful attitude, I'll need to watch the situation carefully. My opponent is the president of Zhangfa. I don't think he'll show any weakness easily. His words may be overbearing, but I need not be intimidated. I am not scared. If I observe his behavior closely, I should be able to read his emotions. First, I'll start by asking about his reasons for taking over the investigations. Now, let us begin. Good opening line will put me at an advantage. Please, allow me to confirm. Nay, I don't recall granting you permission to speak. Okay. Okay. I'm the president of Zangfa. You shall not talk back to me. I'm not talking back. I am simply asking for confirmation. This investigation will be taken over by the police of your country. Is that correct? Exactly. That is all I will say. Restrain yourself from making any more unnecessary comments. Okay. That is enough. Being on this plane is tantamount to being on my country's soil. You cannot do as you please. This plane? Is there something significant about this place? I should remember this clue. I'd like you to explain your reasons for depriving us of our right to investigate. Impudent fool! Hold your tongue! There is no reason. That should be enough of an explanation for you. Perhaps that clue may be useful here. Is it connected to this place? Gathering from what you've said so far, does that forceful attitude of yours have some connection to this place? You insolent. Earlier, you said that being on this plane is like being on your country's soil. From those words, I was able to deduce the answer. Namely, that is, you wish to claim extraterritorial rights inside this plane. Let's go! That's enough. I shall brook no insolence. Your words are forceful, but I cannot overlook them. Oh, when I mentioned extraterritorial rights, yippee! Your face grew pale. In light of your brazen courage, I shall grant you an answer. That's right! I am claiming extraterritorial rights inside this plane!
Yippee!
However, what does that change? You are still powerless! There is nothing you can do about it. I see. Under international law, the plane would be considered part of Zangfa. How convenient. If he wishes to stake this claim, then I shall question its validity. Fill that meter. This next move will decide the outcome. You'll come? He may be the president, but there is a hole in his logic. Let me break it wide open. I challenge the validity of your claim to extraterritorial rights. Do you truly understand what it is you're saying? Of course, and I stand by it. You dare doubt my words. You have no shame. You're the shameful one. What should I be ashamed of? God, fucking Fuga Awakening chance type beat with these options. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Nonsense! You're just wasting my time with pointless chatter. Ugh. That was a needless statement. I must not be intimidated by his words. If I observe his behavior, I should be able to read his emotions. But... Such irredeemable ignorance. It troubles me greatly. There is no need to worry. I do not need to be saved. It is Miss Swift, whom I wish to save from these false charges you have laid against her. I admire your tenacity. However, your wish is unobtainable. The extraterritoriality laws are unshakable. This plane is Zangfa territory. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. To try another line of attack. Okay. Permit me to say this. Don't you feel that your actions are too forceful? Who asked for your opinion? All you need to do is obey. Okay. Forceful is the wrong word. It is authority, leadership. You arrested Miss Swift because you felt you had the authority to do so. Yes, that girl is a criminal! There is no room for dispute. The shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it. That's it. The shooting occurred outside the plane. This would be a very important clue. Ugh. It's time to use that clue. The gun came from outside. Yo! Indeed, I do not question your extraterritorial rights inside this plane. However, you just claimed that the shooting took place outside the plane. Yes, if it didn't happen inside the plane, extraterritorial laws do not apply. Your claim has fallen apart. Miss Swift's arrest is invalid. Urgh! Impossible! Be bested by a mere prosecutor. I'm the president! Checkmate, Mr. President. Damn, fucking got him! Jesus, these sound effects. Mr. President, will you allow us to continue our investigation? I yield. I will allow it. My heart is generous. My heart is tolerant and merciful. Therefore, as such, certainly, thus we shall... It is our duty for a most noble cause. Gentlemen, now is the time. I, the president of Zangfar, for the sake of the investigation...
This guy sure likes beating around the bush.
Knightley, we have received the president's permission. Could you return our evidence? Here. Knightley returned all the evidence. Let's go! There was no need for this!
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth.
Indeed. Now I can resume the investigation.
It's funny how happy you are just because I gave you your precious pieces back. Now let's see how you use them.
Pay attention then. Here is my next move. Mr. President, may I make one more request of you? Huh? Would you please testify about the moment of the incident? Testify?
Hey, hold on a sec. That's your next move? Isn't that the sort of thing you leave to the courts?
Naturally, it's a courtroom procedure. However, I'd still like to hear what he has to say. If he refuses to cooperate with the investigation, he will have to give a clear reason. Is there something wrong? Knightley, stand down. I shall grant the honorable prosecutor's request. I thank you for your cooperation. Now heed my words! Alright, buddy. Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage. Then Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane. But then, the second gunshot. The bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest.
If that's the case, then the president's a victim too, right?
It's an assassination attempt. Mr. Rook just happened to get caught up in it, unfortunately.
Isn't it strange? Why would the victim want to interrupt the investigation?
Of course, if this becomes public, it would cause problems.
I see! There's still some deep, dark secret behind this case, right?
Certainly the president, or perhaps Knightley too, know of this secret. Without fail, I shall reveal it for all to see. The stage, they've appeared in front of me. A red balloon bursting is what caught my attention. Because that shit ain't red. Well, not majorly. There's red on it, but like... A red balloon burst? I'm afraid that's not the case. What? Please have a look at this piece of evidence. Can you see what has burst? The bodyguard did have he did have a bulletproof vest. It just so happened to hit him in like a really fucking weird spot, if I remember correctly. Whoa! Holy shit, this fucking face, dude. This is... What exactly? It's the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Tokyo. You do well to remember it. If you wish to win the support of this nation's people.
And don't forget the rival show, the Jammin' Ninja.
The balloon that was ruptured by the bullet was no ordinary red balloon. It was a Steel Samurai balloon. But according to the plans, there should have been 2 red balloons. It says so right here in the security plan.
It certainly looks like there are only 2 round balloons drawn here.
Knightley, what is the meaning of this? Explain at once. Yes, sir. That Steel Samurai balloon was a last-minute replacement. Replacement? That's what we were told. Seems that information didn't make it to the president. We ran into a little trouble during setup last night. One of the balloons that we had prepared burst.
So you scrambled to find a replacement?
Exactly. We just happened to run into a guy manning the stand in the park. He said he'd lend us the Steel Samurai balloon. He was, kind of a poser. A stand, a Steel Samurai balloon, and a poser. We pumped air into its red samurai pants to create a makeshift balloon. So Steel Samurai just looked like an ordinary red balloon. Is that what you mean? Knightley, why was I not informed of this? Sir, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think it was important enough to report. Couldn't you tell by just looking at it? I did not notice it. So I mistook the Steel Samurai's pants for an ordinary balloon. Yo. Was there a reason why you made that mistake? Oh! What now? A moment, please. I just remembered now. I could not see the balloon very well. You couldn't see it? Exactly. At the time, the wind was strong. The flags on the stage were fluttering wildly and they were obstructing my view. The flags? Did you not see the flags that were set up on both sides of the stage? Due to the strong wind, they were waving about, just like this. Okay. So a strong wind was blowing at the time of the incident. The flags were fluttering wildly. Is there a problem with that? I'd say so. President Huang, you have my gratitude. Your testimony has helped uncover a new contradiction. A contradiction, you say? Yes, one that turns the very foundation of this case on its head. During my investigation, there was no wind at the crime scene, so the flags remained still. However, the flags were actually fluttering in the strong wind. It's completely changing the meaning of that piece of evidence. Yeah, this one. Because if they're fluttering the other way. The gunshot rang out during the president's speech. The bullet struck the balloon. And also pierced through the national flag. I previously deduced the bullet's trajectory using these facts. The assassins fired the bullet from the left side of the audience area. However, if the flags are fluttering about like so, my reasoning changes.
Duh! Since the flag's position has changed.
Correct. The bullet's trajectory must also change. Oh. And if we trace the trajectory of the bullet, we can tell who fired the shot.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, that person is...
Indeed. I still don't understand why. However, it could be none other than him. By tracing the bullet's path, who was it that fired the gun? Dig gumshoe. No. Person who shot the balloon was none other than you, Horace Knightley.
No, what?
Connect the bullet holes in the balloon flag, and the line points to you.
But that guy's one of the president's bodyguards. Why would he have shot the steel samurai balloon, sir?
Preposterous! I agree with the detective. There is no reason. Are you saying Knightley, who has saved my life on numerous occasions, is an assassin?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I've had it up to here with you. My job is to protect the president.
Knightley, control yourself.
Sorry, sir.
Prosecutor, indeed the wind was strong during my speech. However, the wind's strength can change very quickly. Evidence! Show us evidence that the flag was flying at the moment of the gunshot. The evidence is in this photo. Interesting. And where in this photo exactly? Proof that the flag was flying in this photo is, I mean, it's the flag. Or I guess, it's the pattern. The pattern's important. Don't you see? The fluttering flag can be seen in this photo.
No.
There is no mistaking that the flags were flying at the moment of the incident.
So then it really was that guy who shot the balloon.
I mean, Mr. Knightley is the assassin.
Horace Knightley is. I mean, I wouldn't say it was. I wouldn't say that's like definitive proof. Horace Knightley is not the assassin. The only thing he shot was a balloon on the opposite side of the president. He wasn't aiming at the president.
Why then? Why was it necessary for me to do a thing like that?
Depending on your answer, I might take aim at your pretty little head. Why was it necessary? I presume the reason is connected to the one thing that's felt out of place. The one who shot the balloon was the president's bodyguard, Knightley. That fact will change the entire viewpoint of this case. He couldn't turn right. Why was Knightley's position changed?
I can't turn my head to the right.
My position got changed to the president's left side. Whereas I was relocated to the right side of the stage. Was that really the only reason? If the plan did not change and Knightley remained on the left side of the stage, Knightley can't turn his head to the right. Would he have been able to aim at the balloon on the left side of the stage? Perhaps. The security plans were altered so that Knightley could shoot the balloon. If that's the case. What's this? Details of security plans were changed. Changed yesterday. President's orders. Security plans were changed on the president's orders! Oh man, I wonder which ones I should connect. In other words, the president knew about the balloon being shot. He knew about the attempt on his own life. If you think about it that way, everything that's been out of place is beginning to add up. Why was the assassin able to get a gun past such tight security? Why was the assassin wearing a conspicuous red hood? Why they use a laser sight that would so easily reveal their location? Why was the president so calm after being shot? This was the truth the president and his subordinates tried to conceal. There can only be one reason why Knightley fired the gun. The entire assassination was a setup!
Eh?
Huh? How dare you? Do you seriously understand what you're implying with this?
Of course I understand. In fact, Now I understand everything. Mr. President, you wish to take the investigation rights from me. That was all so you could conceal the real truth. How dare you mock me with these spurious allegations? Mock you? That was not my intention. I simply use logic to uncover the truth. That is all. Knightley fired the first shot in order to rupture the balloon. Hearing the gunshot and the sound of the balloon bursting, the audience began to panic. This was followed by one more shot.
Wait, one more shot?
Yes, Knightley turned toward the balloon and pulled the trigger a second time. The second gunshot was also fired by Knightley to create the illusion of the second shot hitting the president.
So what about the bullet that hit the president's bulletproof vest?
What if that bulletproof vest had been prepared in advance? Ugh!
What's the matter, Mr. President? Afraid of facing a little bullet?
That's not true! I was definitely shot! If we examined the bullet in your vest, it would answer the question for both of us. Would we find Rook's blood on that bullet? Ugh! But the person in the red hood who shot me is in that photo! Weren't you listening, Mr. President? From the bullet's trajectory, the one who fired the shot must have been Knightley.
And Nicole?
She, too, was part of the president's plan. She was to bear the blame and become the false assassin.
The red hooded figure.
Exactly. I don't know how much of the plan Miss Swift knew beforehand. However, she didn't fire the gun. She was aiming the laser pointer at the president's head.
That's right.
Once the crowd began to panic, you would turn your parka inside out, and thus the red hooded figure vanished. After that, you discarded the gun and the security plan in the trash. And the illusion of the assassin vanishing like a ghost was complete.
With the assassin gone, the case will go unsolved, pal.
Yes, that is what he hoped for.
That's why he wouldn't let Mr. Edgeworth investigate the case.
Exactly.
All of this was an asinine publicity stunt from a lying president. But you!
Oh man.
You're wrong.
He revealed his true form. The assassination is a lie, isn't it? The chief, why did he have to pick you? This should not have happened.
Well played, Mr. Prosecutor.
Knightley, I am speaking with the president now. Thank you very much.
You're a chess player. You know knights always strive to protect their king.
Fucking show off.
So shut up! Now.
Are you threatening me, Mr. Knightley?
No! What's with this guy?
Oops, sorry. Went over the top there. But on to business. As my first move, I want to ask you a question. You say I fired a gun on the stage, right? And I should have been caught. The entire audience was watching me.
I see. Now it's my move.
You used a certain object to prevent the spectators from seeing you. A certain object?
What Knightley used to prevent the audience from seeing him? I mean, what did he have? What did he have on, up there, huh?
The attaché case.
Exactly. I'd like you to have a look at this photo Kay took. Bars. Your right hand is completely hidden by the case. This photo captures the exact moment you secretly fired the gun. You used the attaché case as a screen.
You seem to enjoy making up convenient stories, Mr. Prosecutor. But you've missed something.
What have I missed?
That everything you've said is just a hypothesis, a theory, a game. Fuck! Flags flapping in the wind, using the case as a screen. The security plans were modified because I can't move my neck. You gotta know the size of evidence. Ugh. Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet that hit the balloon. Then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markings match my gun. But that bullet's probably at the bottom of the lake. Finding it would be real tough, right? To admit it, but it's as he says, there's no decisive evidence. If there's no proof, the only thing you can do is shut up. So do so.
Miss Swift.
That's it. If she speaks, we could hear new testimony. Hey, lady, you got something to say?
Never mind.
There we go. I thought so. Nicole! Don't be afraid. The truth will escape if you let that man intimidate you. You're a reporter, a journalist, are you not?
I will not remain silent.
You better consider yourself. You better consider your position. Use your head before saying something you'll regret.
Who gave this dude a real gun? The president, reportedly.
I forgot the #1 rule of journalism. Journalists must not tell lies. You can't call it a scoop if it ain't the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. I've been hiding this the whole time.
This is?
I used this laser pointer to aim at the president. That's all I did. I never fired a gun.
You stupid woman! If you testify, you'd be admitting you're an accomplice.
I don't care. I'm gonna tell him everything. 3 days ago, I was covering an event at the Sangfa Embassy.
Yo, pussy? Also, I don't see any frame drops over here, so I don't think that's a stream issue. Maybe it's a Twitch issue. I don't know.
Then some of the president's men called me over. They said if I cooperated, I'd get an exclusive interview with the president.
And the gun in the trash?
I really don't know. All I was told was to come wearing a red hood and aim the laser pointer.
Did you what wearing a red hood?
I never thought it would snowball into all this. I'm really, truly sorry.
Nicole, thank you. That was a testimony worthy of the courtroom. This is sufficient testimony to verify the fake assassination plot.
Damn you! A lot of you! You're all a bunch of mindless morons.
It's a shame. If only you'd been able to assert the investigation as planned. You'd slurp it up like a nice soup. You would have been able to silence this young lady.
Blast!
So tomorrow's headlines now read, fake assassination plan exposed, becomes a murder. Right?
I can't believe that you'd do something this horrible, pal. I admit nothing.
What's up, man? President?
Finally. That's enough. We have no choice but to admit it.
So, Mr. President, you admit that you planned the fake assassination?
Yes, I admit it. I'm sorry.
But why? Why'd you have to do this?
My approval ratings in Zangfa have fallen. I wanted to appeal to them as a strong president who survived an assassination. But in the end, it was just a lie. A stupid lie.
And the bullet in the bulletproof vest?
Prepared earlier, was not fired today.
But what about Mr. the Killer?
Seems our plan was leaked. Someone wanted to make this fake assassination real.
That's why the killer wore the red raincoat. He would impersonate the culprit from the plan in order to approach the president.
There's still one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Why did Rook die? His death was not a part of his charade, and yet it really happened.
Yes, why was his life taken?
Ethan was an outstanding bodyguard. Even though he wasn't from my country, he had my utmost trust.
I wouldn't think that having the trust of a cowardly president meant that much, honestly.
Hey, that's the same sort of bond between me and Mr. Edgeworth, pal.
I wouldn't put it that way. Did Rook know of your plan? Not the exact details. I asked him to cooperate and he refused. You should have listened to his advice. Yes, indeed. I wouldn't have done all this if I'd known.
Being too dramatic.
What?
Rook was just one piece of the president's defense.
Knightley, that's...
Hey, it's not as if he cooperated with your plan. I did. He ran away, taking whatever dignity he had left with him. Good riddance.
I know you're a valuable bodyguard, but still...
I don't have time for this, sir. I'm the team leader now. There's gonna be a lot of changes now the chicken's gone. After all, adaptation is the most important principle in chess.
I knew you always wanted to be the team leader. But isn't this a bit imprudent?
I'll orchestrate even more perfect plans just like this one.
You definitely have ambition. But wasn't your perfect plan today a failure?
If it weren't for you and that idiot's Rook, it would have been perfect.
What did Rook do?
He hadn't died, the killer wouldn't have threatened me. And you would have never set foot in this plane.
Knightley, how could you say such a thing?
Yeah, he died trying to save you, Mr. President. Maybe he fulfilled his lifelong ambition.
Died protecting the president?
Huh? But the assassination was fake, right?
Of course it was, but you need to listen closer, little girl. Remember the guy who wanted to make the fake assassination real? There were 2 gunshots at the time of the incident. The first was as you said. I shot the balloon. But the second one wasn't me.
So who fired the second shot?
The real assassin. It wasn't the killer. He intended to attack the president with a knife, not a gun. The lucky winner was the hidden queen. Or should I say the lady in the coat over there.
Eh?
You accusing Nicole, pal?
I ain't no assassin.
Really? I don't believe you. That gun was left in the trash. That was yours, right? I shot the balloon in the air of the plane with the Rook and the president. Rook waited in the cabin while I led the president into the security room. When I came out, good for you, Rook was already on the ground. The bullet that lady fired must have hit him while we escorted the president to the plane. That shot you fired from the gun you found in the trash.
So you're saying you don't know exactly when the victim was shot?
A knight's job isn't to protect the Rook. It's to protect the king.
Huh?
Huh?
What he's trying to say is that his job was to protect the president only.
It's over if you lose the king. Checkmate. It's the first rule of chess.
If you let your pieces get taken right in front of you, you're not likely to win.
But I did win! Look, the president's safe!
Don't claim victory when the game has only just begun, when the game is afoot.
In the cabin, when I came out, he was on the ground. The bullet that lady fired as they hit him when we escorted the president to the plane.
gun you found in the trash.
Are we sure?
So, you shot the balloon and Miss Swift shot Rook. Is that really true?
I can't see it any other way.
The gun we discovered in the trash was fired twice. The number of gunshots don't add up. Oh! Why don't the gunshots add up? Simple. This gun is fake evidence left behind by the real criminal.
Fake evidence?
Think about it. The criminal planted this for a reason. By finding the gun, we'd assume that the assassin was in the audience. In order to make us believe that the gun was used by the assassin, the gun needed to appear as if it had been fired twice.
I get it, because 2 shots were fired during the incident.
However, we proved that the bullet that hit the balloon did not come from this gun. Therefore, I have my doubts as to whether this gun also took Rook's life.
Here it comes. You're back in some serious heat. Enough with the song and dance. You come this far. Go ahead and say it.
I won't just say it. I'll prove it. The one who really shot Rook is you, bitch.
Horace Knightley, you murdered Rook. Heh, you finally said it.
Knightley, you couldn't have. The killer wasn't the only one who took advantage of the fake assassination plot. You intended to murder Rook and claim he was a victim of the assassination. Once the president entered the security room and the door to the plane was closed, only the victim and Knightley would have been left in this room. And at that moment, you fired a 3rd bullet directly at Rook.
A 3rd bullet? Ha! Only 2 gunshots were heard. The numbers don't match up.
What? The plane's walls are soundproof. If the door was closed, the gunshot would not have been heard outside.
But wasn't the president in the next room?
If that's true, the president may have heard the gunshot. Mr. President, did you hear a gunshot? I didn't hear any gunshots. But weren't you watching this room through security cameras? Cameras in this room aren't usually turned on. I turned on the power after I entered the security room. Why wouldn't they be on?
So you didn't turn on the power immediately after entering the room?
No, actually, What is it? It's not being clear. Mr. President, focus. This is vital.
Please!
I was hiding under the bed, covering my ears.
What? But you knew the assassination was fake.
It doesn't matter. I simply hate the sound of guns. A terrifying sound. I just can't help it.
That definitely ain't going in my article.
Knightley, you saw the president hiding under the bed. Furthermore, you could tell if the security cameras had been turned on by looking at the monitors. In that moment, when the president wouldn't hear the gunshots or see the room, you had a chance to fire a 3rd bullet at Rook. Knightley, did you really? You deceived me.
You really think I killed that moron?
That's cold, Mr. President.
Have a little faith in me. The bodyguard who's risking his life to protect you.
I want to believe you, I really do, but
I just don't get it. Why are you suspecting me alone?
There's still the possibility that she's the killer.
This gun is not the murder weapon. The number of missing bullets make that clear.
Maybe it was one short to begin with. Ever think of that?
What?
Maybe it already fired a shot yesterday or the day before, and the 2nd shot was fired today. And Rook. Well, isn't that just the perfect excuse? Excuse? The possibility exists. You can't deny that.
He's right, I can't deny it completely.
You need decisive evidence. Evidence so decisive that makes my heart stop and my logic crumble. You got something like that?
Ugh. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do anything? At this rate, Nicole will. Mr. Prosecutor, It's true, I did an awful thing for a scoop, but I never killed nobody. I could never do a thing like that.
Decisive evidence. If I could prove the murder weapon was Knightley's gun, proof it was his gun.
Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet to hit the balloon. Then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markings matched.
We can find the bullet that took Rook's life. We can determine which gun fired the shot from the ballistic markings.
If you got no evidence,
Then we're done talking.
hold it!
What? You don't seriously have decisive evidence?
Naturally.
That's a big joke. Well, come on now, show us. What is this so-called evidence?
The bullet that took Rook's life. That's the decisive evidence I need. This evidence. Do I have it? We don't have it. I don't have it.
Okay, it's game over, man.
However, it is somewhere in this room.
What?
The bullet that killed Rook pierced through his body. So where'd the bullet go? Earlier you explained it like this. Pierced his body, hit the vest. If he hadn't worn that vest, it would have been dangerous. However, now that the fake assassination plan has come to light, we know that the bullet in the bulletproof vest was prepared earlier. So, where did the bullet go?
Interesting. Very interesting. You have the answer.
Do I have evidence that shows the location of the bullet? Fuck. In this room, there is one thing that's clearly missing.
Something missing. Sure it's not your brain?
I'd like you to look at this rack of security monitor. It seems you've noticed, Mr. President. Among these images of the plane's surroundings, only the feed from the right side of the plane is absent. That's what's missing. A single monitor. Mr. President, there was originally a monitor here, wasn't there? That's right. Why is there a stuffed toy now? That must have been put there to hide the empty space where the monitor used to be. Why is the monitor missing? And where did it go? Why? Undoubtedly, because it was hit by the bullet. In order to make us think that the bullet really hit the bulletproof vest. It would be a problem if another bullet hole was discovered.
So then where'd the monitor go?
Where? It should be hidden somewhere inside this plane. There hasn't been a chance to dispose of it outside since it was shot. Detective Gumshoe, search this plane.
Roger that, sir. I said, Huang, you said that extraterritorial laws apply to this plane.
I will allow it. There's no problem. I just want to know the truth of Rook's death.
Damn it, you think this is a joke? You're always like this! Rook this, rook that!
Detective, we have his approval. Go ahead.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found it, sir!
Good work, Detective. Now let's extract the bullet from the monitor.
If I do this here, and I do that, and I got it.
Well, it's definitely stained with blood. I'm certain this is the bullet that killed Rook. Got him! This is the bullet that will crush your arguments. The decisive evidence that blows a hole in your logic. If the ballistic markings on this bullet do not match the gun found in the audience area, Miss Swift will be cleared of the sus. What's wrong? Can't cut your tongue. Detective, we need to examine the ballistic markings. Send the gun and bullet to the forensics.
Roger, we should be able to find clear markings on this bullet, sir.
Now then, let's listen to the forensic report.
Reporting. First, the blood on this bullet matches the victim's blood.
So this bullet really did take Rook's life. Also, Horace Knightley's fingerprints were found on this gun. Knightley's fingerprints probably came from when he took all our evidence. The real issue is the ballistic markings. Markings don't match, then Mrs. Swift will be clear of suspicion. And the bullet's ballistic markings match this gun.
What? They match?
What? No way!
There's no mistake. The bullet was fired from this gun.
What?
That's strange. Looks like I was right after all. Naturally. Did you really think you had me cornered? You misread the board. The one who's been cornered is you.
Oh damn. We gotta kill this man with logic.
If the ballistic markings match the gun, there can be no doubt. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Who could have used the gun? Not me, because I was on stage. What about that lady reporter in the audience? All the evidence points to that young lady as the assassin who killed Rook. Well, it's your move, Mr. Prosecutor. Where'd you find this gun again? Which gun fired the bullet? At least we know. It ain't me.
Ugh, this can't be happening.
The president and I have admitted to the fake assassination plot. Now it's your turn to admit who the real criminal is.
Does it make Nicole the criminal?
Don't get riled up, Kay. Let him have his say first. After he's done, it won't be too late to begin our counterattack.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okie dokie.
No, that's...
Didn't you say it earlier? This is the decisive evidence. Ugh. Well, how does it feel to have a hole blown through your reasoning? Yo, hole?
The ballistic markings match the gun we found, so does it really mean Nicole was the shooter?
I'd like to believe otherwise.
But he's got the decisive evidence on his side, sir.
Indeed. How should I proceed? Miss Swift isn't the killer, and the ballistic markings shouldn't match. Thoughts, Kay?
The evidence is impossible. Then maybe we should doubt the evidence itself, right?
About the evidence.
Nicole's definitely not a criminal. So, if the evidence says she's a criminal, there must be something wrong with it.
You seem awfully sure of yourself.
It's a great thief's intuition.
Intuition? Still, it's quite possible. Above all, Miss Swift doesn't seem like the type of person to tell such elaborate lies. In court, evidence is everything, and yet, here I am doubting it. Which evidence do I doubt? If anything suspect here, it can only be the gun. The bullet was discovered just a moment ago. It couldn't have been tampered with yet. Did Knightley have a chance to tamper with the gun?
I mean, we did hand over all our evidence to him.
That's it! He could have tampered with the gun! There's no doubt that this gun is the real murder weapon. He must have switched the guns. I doubt this is Knightley's own gun!
Bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun that you found in the audience area.
Ratio! Knightley, you fiend! You switched the guns! The gun that matched the ballistic markings was yours all along.
Heh. Interesting choice of move you made there.
The switch occurred at the time you seized the evidence, when we were arguing with the president over the investigation rights. You detached the laser sight from the gun found in the audience area and attached it to yours. Then when you returned the evidence, you gave me your own gun.
Did I do that? So what you're saying is that I knew you'd want to examine the ballistic markings.
Indeed, staying one move ahead of your opponent. Isn't that the fundamental rule of chess? All right, stop popping off.
I'm glad you feel that way, Mr. Prosecutor, but you're giving me too much credit. Besides, he even proved I pulled the old switcheroo with the guns.
So the gun happens to be the same model as mine. Pure coincidence. But take a closer look. One of them has a laser pointer attached to it. Check the number of bullets left in the chamber.
Only 2 shots fired, see? There's no evidence that I switched the guns, right?
Giving you too much credit. That hardly sounds like something you'd say.
Guess I'm just more modest than you. Well, except when I'm in front of a chessboard.
But we're not in front of a chessboard.
That's too bad. Don't use that as an excuse later. I didn't lose the game, I just couldn't find enough evidence. You're the one who should have an excuse ready.
You didn't beat me at chess. You only found the evidence.
Fuck him up. None of them has a pointer. Only 2 shots fired. There's no evidence that I switched the guns, unless... That evidence is this.
You call that evidence? Prosecutor Edgeworth, you're trying too hard.
Certain traces were left on this gun. Traces that prove this gun belongs to you!
Show it to me! What kind of piece you got? A rook, a bishop? Better not be a pawn.
Traces he left on the gun are... You left your fingerprints on this gun.
Fingerprints? Ha! That should be expected. I handled the gun earlier when I seized your evidence. Of course my fingerprints are on it.
But what if the fingerprints are in a place they should not be?
You know what? That's not possible.
Allow me to show you. There is one place where your fingerprints should not be. These evidence will deal the final blow to your king.
Oh, frick. Oh, we're getting it, dude.
What are the buttons? Is it? Yeah, I have to hold L and R, right? Here, Detective Gumshoe. Please have a look at the cylinder.
2 shots were fired, sir, but where would the fingerprints be?
You made the switch where you seized the evidence earlier. However, if all you did was switch the guns, you would have been found out right away. That's because the number of bullets fired by 2 guns are different.
We couldn't find the audience area and 2 fired shots, sir.
Then what about Mr. Knightley's gun?
He fired 2 shots at the balloon when he was on the stage. And later, 1 shot to kill Rook. 3 shots in total, not counting the number of shots he's fired since then. After each of those times, you would reload the bullets. Tell us, Knightley, are you wearing gloves when doing that?
Ugh.
Officer, in your report earlier, where were Knightley's fingerprints found on the gun?
Sir, the prints weren't just found on the outside of the gun. They were also found on the bullets as well.
Thank you, Kaniza. If all you did was handle the evidence, why would your fingerprints be on the bullets?
Ah, that's...
With this, it has been proven that you switched the guns. The gun which fired the bullet that took the victim's life. It belongs to you, Horace Knightley. You're the one who stole Rook's life. You are the true assassin.
I'm...
Checkmate. Kill this man!
That should have been me later. Me! Rook, that piece of shit! If it hadn't been for him, I would have had complete control over everybody. My assassination plan. It was perfect. My plan was perfect.
Detective Gumshoe, if you please.
Roger that, sir.
Had to get water.
Edgeworth! This game isn't over yet. You hear me? Aye.
That's enough.
The rest of this game continue in the courtroom.
Damn it. Damn you.
We got him. You have my gratitude. You exposed a murder among my bodyguards, and for that I am in your debt. As soon as he stepped outside the plane, he reverted back to his king-like persona. Some time ago, when I proposed the fake assassination plan.
You want me and not Rook?
Rook declined, so I'm asking you, what do you say? Alright, let's do this. I'll come up with the perfect plan. I can even use that guy as a chess piece. When Knightley said that, his eyes were overflowing with hatred toward Rook. Frankly, I was quite anxious about asking Knightley instead of Rook. Now that I recall those events, he probably sensed the anxiety in my countenance. Perhaps that is what gave him the impetus for murder. Mr. President, if you had not orchestrated that fake plan, this would not have happened. That is your sin. A sin that won't disappear. Yes, you are absolutely correct. You have my sincerest apologies. I too must bear some responsibility for this. Even so, I am most grateful to you. I thank you for solving the mystery of Rook's death. I am scheduled to stay in this country for a little longer, but if any of you ever wish to visit the Republic of Zangfa, you will always be welcome.
Oh, Lordy. Thank you. I'm so happy for you, Nicole.
You were set up as a suspect for the murder. Still, your involvement with the fake assassination plan remains a fact. You will have to submit to police questioning later. You should know that there's still a possibility you may be charged with some crime.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this.
I understand you want to catch a scoop, but there's a line that should not be crossed.
I hear ya. I promise to reflect on this. We did it, Mr. Edgeworth! That was awesome! Prosecutor Edgeworth solves presidential assassination attempt. It's gonna be big news! Big news? Mr. Prosecutor, would you mind telling us how you feel about solving this here case?
That was certainly a quick change of attitude. No comment.
Aw, don't be so ornery.
The reason is because the case is not over yet.
Huh? Not over? What do you mean, sir?
What shows that this case is not over yet?
The killer's card.
The killer still hasn't carried out his request.
You mean killing the president?
I hope this doesn't turn into a larger incident. Assassination attempt on the president of Zangfa. News of this incident spread across the entire country. Mass media also hounded me as I began to prepare for the trial of Horace Knightley. Everyone had seen the news and everyone was talking about it. However, amidst the commotion, nobody noticed. The game had only just begun. I mean, yeah, it's just the first case. Alright! That was a pretty good first case, though, all things considered. Let me save that progress. Woo! Good stuff. I am excited to see where things go. Next time we will be entering episode 2. When is that stream? Let me check the schedule. Where's the schedule? Saturday! It's on Saturday. But we will be back tomorrow with Have a Nice Death, and on Wednesday, we will be starting Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. So, hope to see you there. For now, though, I'm gonna go, so I'll see you around.
Bye bye.